Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we are helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission is Teresa Lysum, and she is part of a book called The Ultimate Guide to Leaving Your Legacy, 22 Powerful Lessons on Leading as a Soul Professional. Welcome, Teresa. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I am doing fabulous. Thank you for having me.
Well, congratulations on this Amazon best-selling book and your beautiful chapter. I want to just give our lead author, Camille Miller, a shout out here
Yeah.
first and say thank you, Camille, for your big mission and vision with this book and the topic itself, and also just bringing together this stellar cast of expert authors. Teresa is one of them. And I'm just so grateful and honored to be here with all of you guys creating this world changing book. You guys, Teresa Lysum uses a simple tool and proven coaching process that empowers women to be their best selves. I love that. So let's start by having you talk a little bit about the why behind this legacy chapter for you.
Hmm. That is a really good question. Why I picked this particular story? I had a couple of them come into my head, and I really didn't even think of it as a legacy type of a story. We always dismiss our own personal stories and our experiences. I'm sure you're well aware of that. So once I started getting into it, it started to unfold, and I had that realization like, oh yeah, I kind of talk about generational patterns and bringing generational stuff forward. And so that was part of that legacy from the past. And now I've kind of turned it around into something a little bit more forward moving and positive and empowering as it moves forward into the future. So I guess I did not think of that originally. So I will admit to that.
Well, so why does legacy even matter to you? Like, what is important
Mm.
about this topic that you want our listeners to understand?
The whole world, the word legacy is like big, and it has so much power to it. And I don't know if people really sometimes think about it enough. Going through life, just kind of doing your thing, impacting people in whatever big or small way, and don't really think that they are leaving a legacy. They're leaving a trail behind and a trail forward, as I said. And so this whole book, I think, gives people the opportunity to think for themselves. Well, what is their legacy? What are they? What seeds are they planting? What are they bringing forward to future generations that the future can, blah, 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 future generations can look back and say, oh, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. So, yeah, this whole book title just itself, I think, is going to really inspire some people to put some thought into that.
Yeah, you're right. It's a big topic and big energy and big potato stuff to me
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
sure. And I love the way that you're making me think of back and forward like it is big like that. And when we take responsibility for even thinking about it, that's,
Hmm.
one way to start that.
Yeah, for sure.
So Camille has trademarked this term called soul professional. And
Mhm.
I'm curious what that means to you to be a soul
Mhm.
professional.
Well, I have never thought of myself as a soul professional, soulpreneur, soul heart centered up until maybe a year or two ago. But I have met so many other soulpreneurs, soul professionals, where they do lead with their heart and they want to serve and they want to uplift. So to own that for myself, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that. But I think we all want everybody to come away after meeting us or interacting with something that we, are serving with in a better, more uplifted, positive, inspired way. So, yes, it's an identity I proudly wear.
Yeah, I like that term. It made me think about it too, about what it meant. And I think for me, it's just like it's a bigger picture than professional by itself, of course, that word,
Mhm,
because it
mhm,
helps you into your mind, body, soul. It helps you into the whole picture. It's a holistic way of being a business professional for me, but also
mhm,
just a
mhm,
person.
mhm,
Um, so this it's so great that you talked about the positivity because it kind of leads into this other thing that I want to know from you, and that is about leaving that positive legacy. We can sometimes break that down into the smallest moments of success, and success can be defined very uniquely for pretty much each of us. Give us an idea of one of those small moments of success in your day to day.
mm. Just successfully completing something as this interview.
That's
It's,
a good
like
one.
there's little moments in our day, in my day, that as a woman in our society, we don't always are encouraged to celebrate and embrace and enjoy our successes. So I really have to consciously intentionally think and congratulate myself or, give myself a few moments of, oh yeah, that was cool that I did that. I got that off not my bucket list, my checklist for the day. And it was successful. I feel good about it. But sometimes it's just a momentary thing. And I think we need to maybe try doing it and stretching that time out a little bit more, put a little bit more gratitude and feeling good about ourselves into those moments. Because I
Oh,
know I
yeah.
don't do it enough.
I don't think anyone does that enough. I like to think about that more and more just because I know where I focus, my energy goes, that
Mhm,
grows. So those, the gratitude, I'm just hearing that word that you just said. That's so important. It's such an important focus. You really, your practice is empowering women. We read that in the
mhm,
bio.
mhm.
Tell me more about your practice and what you're up to in the world.
Well, it is all about inspiring and empowering. I always had feelings of being disempowered and not enough and unworthy, never saw my value. So I was always kind of struggling with that for many, many years. And it's not 100% gone or anything. But I know I've always been on a personal development journey, just constantly seeking and searching. And I've been lucky to connect with so many delightful, wonderful people who have each helped me in their own way along my path. But when I got connected with this whole concept of strengths, which is based on the Gallup Strengths Assessment, and my mentor, Eddie Villa, he just really created this whole process around it and how understanding and knowing those strengths or superpowers, as I like to call them, can just really be transforming on so many levels. I've seen so many other people transformed. It helped me so much in my self-belief and seeing my value. So of course I want to help other women especially make that jump and see themselves as they are because like we just said, we don't really appreciate what we do or what we bring to the table typically, um, as a woman and in this society. We are many women kind of are a little bit dismissive and try to, stay small. And I want to help them break out of that.
I love it. It's important for the world that we all
Yeah,
do that.
it
Yeah,
is the time. It is the time for us to step up more.
it is for sure. Just a thank you to you for saying yes to this project, but also for taking that challenge I gave you all to put that vulnerable story down on paper. And then you guys, our authors are all stepping up with master teachings. So this book on legacy is incredible stories, but it's also practical strategy
Mhm,
and
mhm.
tool. So I just wanted to say thank you for, for saying yes to it and doing that so brilliantly.
Thank you.
What's the most important thing you want to leave people with in terms of the process of developing their style and leaving their own legacy? What do you want people to know about this?
Um, well, the very last sentence in my story under the lesson is, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's like, it's not just for people that are special. We're all special. We're all unique. We're all here to offer our own unique gifts. Every single one of us on this planet are infinitely unique. And you can do it. Just pick a direction, pick an action, and take it, and just watch for the next breadcrumb. Just keep following the path. And of course, reach out to any of us, anybody that resonates with you, to kind of give you a hands up and help you move forward in a little bit faster way. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help, and just trust that, yeah, you'll be able to find your way, along with awesome people helping along the way.
Teresa, thank you so much for what you do in the world. And thanks for being here today to share it with everyone.
Thank you so much for what you do and what you bring to the world. It's been my honor and privilege. Thank you.
You guys, maybe you can hear it. This is way more than a book. And actually, Teresa just said it. It's a generous community who is waiting for you to reach out. So I have her hooked up with her link down below. Go explore, see all the amazing things that she is up to. Well, the authors of this book are ready to answer the questions. They're ready to lift you up. They're ready to support. So take advantage of that. And please remember that you can hop over to Amazon today and grab your beautiful copy of this gorgeous book, The Ultimate Guide to Leaving Your Legacy. Lastly, everyone, remember your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.